Hello and welcome to this video on the Jaguar S-Type AC problems. So we've got this particular Jaguar S-Type, it's a 2000 model and we've got no AC. So the first thing we want to be checking is the second fuse in here, this 10 amp fuse. We need to make sure that fuse hasn't blown. On this car we've already checked that. We've checked it by doing continuity between the two terminals on the top. You may also change fuses for something you know is working if you don't have a meter. We know that fuse is good. That fuse powers two things. It powers the relay, which energizes the compressor, which is this relay here. And it also powers, if I can get to it, I'll show you something down here. So that connector there, there's a yellow wire that goes onto that connector, which goes onto your heater control valve. Now you see it's actually red on this car. On many cars it's actually yellow. So that wire should have 12 volts when the ignition's on. When you turn your heat all the way down, the wire to the left or to the right will be grounded. This car has dual climate control, so if you close one side to temperature all the way down, it will ground one side. If you close the other side down inside the car, so you've got cold air on both sides, it will ground both of those wires. So you can check that connector. If that connector's working, the solenoids, which you can see down here, as I'm pointing to them, these silver things, those will energize, that will close the water flow through to the car, and that will allow the AC to work. So we know, because we've fitted a new heater control valve, we know that's good. We've tested the wires down there, we've got power, and they are grounding the terminals to the left and right on there when you lower the temperature, and it's not grounding them, leaving the valves open to let hot air in when you turn the heat up. So we've diagnosed that the fuse is okay here. We've diagnosed that the relay that energizes the AC compressor is okay, and we know the heater control valve's okay. We also therefore know that the system inside the car, which actually controls the AC temperature, the actual heater control module, is working okay. So the next thing we need to check is underneath the car. So I'll bring you around to the car. So here is your AC compressor. Now this particular bit here should run freely. When you turn your AC on, that relay powers via this connector here into here to energize using a magnet inside this clutch. So one of the first tests you can do is just turn your AC on and see if this clutch starts to spin. If it spins, you know that the compressor itself is physically engaged via the clutch. It should also spin freely when the ignition's off, the engine's off, as you can see me spinning it here. So the next thing to check is going to be that you have continuity from this plug to that fuse, because without 12 volts coming down here, it won't work, and these cars are synonymous with problems with the connectors and the power feeds down here. You can also apply 12 volts to the power side, the red cable on this one, directly, and this clutch should engage. If the clutch is engaging okay and you've got 12 volts down here, it may be this thing here. This is your speed sensor. This monitors the speed of the engine itself and the AC compressor. If it's not that, it may be one of the pressure switches. So you'll have a low pressure switch and you'll have a high pressure switch on the car. If those pressure switches are faulty, that will also stop the compressor working. Or if you've got not enough Freon or too much Freon in your system, that will also stop it working. So the next step on this car will be to actually just apply power into here and see if that clutch engages. If the clutch does engage, then we know that the AC compressor should be working. So if that works, I'm going to do a continuity test then on this wire back to the fuse to make sure that that's working, because at the moment this car has no AC and this compressor is not engaging. So what I've done is I've removed this plug here, I've started the engine and put the AC on, and I've tested to see if there's 12 volts on the pin here, and there is. So we know we've got power coming down, so we know there's no issue in the car commanding this on. However, the next thing to do, because this clutch is free, was to put power directly to the AC compressor. I've put power directly to the AC compressor and this clutch is not engaging. That tells me that the magnet inside here, which pulls the clutch in to engage it, is faulty. So looks like it's either a rebuild of the compressor or a new compressor, and to be honest, given the price of the clutches and the hassle it is to rebuild one, it's much easier just to remove this compressor with 1, 2, and then at the top here 3 and 4 bolts. Disconnect the plug there. We have to unbolt this using this nut here. That will remove the low and high pressure pipes from the compressor, but of course before doing any of this we must actually go and have the gas removed, so we'll go and get that done now. Hello and welcome back. So what I've done is I've removed the AC compressor from the car, and as you can see with this is turning freely, and so is this, but it's not engaging when you put power on. So the clutch itself, the magnet inside, isn't pulling it in, it's not working. So what we've done, back to the front of the car, as you can see under there, we have a new AC compressor. Okay, start! So now the engine's running. AC on! And with the AC on, you can see that the clutch compressor is actually working. AC off. On! On! Off! So as you can see quite clearly from that demonstration, the AC compressor is working fine now. We've got good, cold, working AC. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll get some more helpful videos on this vehicle and other vehicles in the near future. Thank you.